I don't mean to the eastern shore. I mean a trip to La Tierra de la Muerte. Vamos, muchachos. Come with me now and experience the strangest thing that ever happened to me south of the border. Well, I've been riding through the Badlands all day, and my throat was dry, and I was aching for a good stiff shot of tequila. And I pulled into this little cantina, and this guy behind the bar said, "Hi there, big fella, what's it gonna be?" I thought, geez, that's unusual. You don't normally see these type of guys down here in this roughneck land, you know? I said, let me have a tequila. He said, sorry, sport, all we have is frozen daiquiris. I said, wait a minute, frozen daiquiris in the middle of La Tierra de la Muerte? You telling me you want me to drink a frozen daiquiri? What are you, nuts? And I looked around, and the whole place was a little funny looking, you know? Everybody said, hi, we're the gay caballeros. I said, what the blue blinks is going on here? And the bartender said, well, there's something in the water here, apparently, that if you drink it long enough, it turns you a little bit gay. And I went, and I spat out the water I was drinking. Fortunately, I had no ill effects. So I have a slight urge from time to time to go see Liberace in concert, but that's about as far as it went. I said, that's incredible. I can't believe it. So I left there in a hurry, but before I left, I filled my canteen with that water, you know, figured I'd have some fun when I got back home. So anyway, I got back home and there was championship wrestling in town. So I took the canteen with me, and it was Bobo Brazil against Haystacks Calhoun. So I went over to Bobo's corner and said, hey, Bobo, I've been a big fan of yours for years. Let me help you out. I rubbed his shoulders a little bit, and then I gave him that canteen. I said, hey, have a drink of water on me. He said, hey, thanks, fella, I appreciate it. And Bobo drank that whole canteen of water. Bobo drank that whole canteen of water, and I got out of there fast. Climbed in my car, and I listened to the broadcast on the radio. And I heard the announcer say, it's Bobo Brazil. He's got Haystacks Calhoun. It's Bobo's got, he's got Haystacks. It's Bobo on top of Haystacks. It's my God, Bobo Brazil. He's got my, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude this broadcast of Championship Wrestling. Join us next week with Bobo Brazil. If he still has a license, we'll take on Thumper Moran. Until then, this is Thing Flamin'.